In the Old Town tonight, China says the U.S. disrespects nation sovereignty after sanctions against Russia for Ukraine. Ukraine, that's a good name. Troop deployment. China accused the United States of creating panic over the Ukraine crisis and disrespecting the other nation's sovereignty after Washington placed sanctions on Moscow and pledged to supply Ukraine with weapons. Gosh, man, this is so stupid. And nobody's covering this about China. Think about it. Everything you get is from China. What did Russia care about if they're having sanctions, being sanctioned from the U.S.? I mean, how much stuff do they buy from us, right? I mean, this is such geriatric international policy. This is Jimmy Carterism, and it's dumb. America hasn't done this. I mean, gosh, man. The Chinese foreign minister said it opposed any illegal unilateral sanctions. They're calling the sanctions against China illegal, after several countries imposed them on Russia in response to Vladimir Putin, its president moving troops into two areas of Ukraine, which some viewed as a precursor to a full invasion. The Chinese government believes that sanctions are never a fundamental and effective way to solve the problem. They're not. And John McCain said that years ago. Go on YouTube, you can find the video. And China always opposes any illegal unilateral sanctions. Now, why is China saying that? Probably because the U.S. was like, hey, we're going to put the U.S., our previous president said we're going to start tariffing you. Do you have questions about the biggest topics and trends from around the world? What is this? They put an ad in the middle of this thing. Okay, American actions were raising tensions, creating panic, and even playing up the schedule of war, Yao said. If someone's adding fuel to the fire while blaming others, then that behavior is irresponsible and immoral. So China is saying that the U.S. is saying the exact same thing the U.S. is saying about Russia. Putin announced on Monday that Russia had formally recognized two rebel republics in eastern Ukraine and ordered the deployment of troops there. Several Western countries condemned the move and imposed multiple sanctions on Russia. But these are countries that want to be part of Russia. This would be like if Maine and Vermont wanted to be part of Canada. And then like Russia said, oh no, Canada can't take Maine and Vermont. And meanwhile, the rest of the country's just sitting here twiddling its thumbs. Why do they have to be part of something they don't want to be part of? This is the beginning of a Russian invasion of Ukraine, President Jojo said on Tuesday. President Putin's actions are a flagrant violation of international law, which is a myth. International law is a fiction. You can have international treaties and agreements that are enforced by law, but there is no world court that the United States answers to. And they demand a firm response from the international community. He added on Twitter, I'm sure old JoJo pulled out his iPhone 13, and he's got two of them. He's got a mini and he's got the Pro. I'm sure he pulled it out and he started tweeting himself. Washington's series of measures include full blocking sanctions against two major Russian financial entities and sanctions against Kremlin-connected elites, according to the U.S. Treasury Department. We've cut off Russia's government from Western financing. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I covered all this in an earlier video. China hoped all parties would resolve the problem through dialogue, Howell said. Golly, man, he sounds just like America usually does, before berating the U.S. in response to a question about China's role in resolving it. Actually, we want to ask the U.S. side, which is also a question many people want to ask. When the U.S.-led NATO bombed Belgrade, did they respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Yugoslavia? When the U.S. accused Baghdad with trumped-up charges, Did they respect the sovereignty and integral integrity of Iraq? Oh, dude. They just used liberalism. They just used the liberal argument against liberals. It's a whole whataboutisms. Well, what about this? What about when you did this? What about when you did that? We're talking about right now. Okay, I can't do anything about the past, but I can do what's right now. And you can sit here and you say this or that, but the fact is, man, you did it. And right now, what are you going to do? And this is hilarious. China is calling out Joe Biden. So, man, if you like this content, please hit subscribe and get more of it. And until later, y'all, Godspeed.